I was here from 96 to January of 2003, and then from August of 2004 to today. So it's a long time. Becoming a priest wasn't something I thought about when I was growing up. And then when I was in my sophomore year at UCLA, I got involved at the University Catholic Center. And one of the things that was strong there was the whole idea that the people are the church. It's not the priests who are running the whole show, but it's all of us together. I thought about it and I thought, maybe I'll just try it. And if I don't like it, I'll just come home. It's no big deal. I applied in April of '78. I was accepted, and I went in September 1978. And my first assignment was as a deacon in Clemson, South Carolina. 3 parishes in the campus ministry at Clemson. I worked there with Father Rich Colgan. And then when he moved on, I stayed for 3 more years as a priest. I was ordained at St. Paul's in New York, and then came back to South Carolina. So I was there a total of 4 years. Then from there, I went to San Francisco for 6 years. Old St. Mary's Church in San Francisco. After 6 years, 1992, I went to work with Father Bud Kaiser at Paulist Productions in Los Angeles for 4 years. And so I came here in August of 1996 and basically have got involved in the parish right away at Santa Susana, which is right down the street there. And then I was asked to go back to Paulist Productions. Father Kaiser had died, and it became clear after about a year that it wasn't the best fit for me. I wasn't happy there. I missed parish ministry. And so Father John Duffy, who was the president then, he asked me to come back here. Here, you just go anywhere, and there's some visual feast for your eyes to see that sometimes you take for granted because you're busy doing other things. So this is my office. It's pretty messy. It was designed by Paul Robichaud, by the way. And this is where I spent a lot of my time. One of the best things we did was Bishop Zuppi suggested that we write to the Pope and ask if we could come as a parish and celebrate Mass with him at 7 a.m. We can only ask 25 people, which was hard. And we went there, and it was such a positive, uplifting experience for them. For me, it was seeing how excited and joyful they were. I wish we could have everybody there. We asked the Pope to come to St. Patrick's. He hasn't said yes yet, but we'll keep asking. I have some wonderful memories of being here on this terrazzo. Memories with the library volunteers, with parish council, barbecues and dinners, with special birthday parties, anniversaries. The most difficult time here for me, and there's been a few, I would say the most difficult was when we had to leave Santa Susana Church on July 5th, 2013. It was very difficult those 4 years, because during those 4 years we were in 3 different churches having our masses because we couldn't use Santa Susana. And after that, we moved everything we had to St. Patrick's, including the pews and the altar. This is a common room or living room, and we actually have had a lot of wonderful meetings here because we didn't have the church, and so we would meet here for parish council, churches together in Rome. The parish council can be very confronting sometimes, and they can come up with some really good ideas that I didn't think of. And it's important to listen, to know what's going on. I haven't always been good at that, but I've had some hard sessions here in this room. Going back and forth with some ideas with them and seeing their perspective and our perspective and how it ends up coming out has been very positive. Part of the going back will be missing the routine, missing the people, missing certain events. I'm also going to be going to a city that I loved living in when I was there for 3 years at the seminary in Washington, D.C. And I'll be working with the seminarians and deacons and novices. And that's going to be the best part. So this is San Camilo de Lillas. It's a basilica. This church and its parishioners hosted us for 4 years when we were out of Santa Susana before we moved to St. Patrick's. And so it's a special place in my heart. And my grandmother died in, I think it was 1975, maybe earlier than that. And apparently she had told my mother before she died that she always thought that I'd become a priest, but she didn't tell me that. My mother told me that many years later. So I think of her and her faith, and especially in a church like this, because there's all these side altars, and she had a little side altar in her own home with the Sacred Heart of Jesus and St. Teresa of Avila, a little candle she would light. And so somehow her faith is connected to my priesthood as well.